Hello and welcome to another food showdown. Today we are doing butter chicken. If you've watched my channel or listened to me talk at all, you know that I have a butter chicken recipe that is loved and adored in this house and beyond. And then we have some other things that we're gonna try. We've got a Spice Affair butter chicken spice jar. I got this at TJ Maxx for like $5. And this one is empty now. We'll get there. And then we have the specially selected butter chicken mild and creamy curry sauce. This is from Aldi. And it actually came with like a seasoning packet on the top. Again, we'll get there. So I had this idea because we had eaten butter chicken for dinner. Was that just last night? Anthony's behind the kitchen or behind the camera and he is confirming. We had like a freezer version of Aldi butter chicken for dinner last night and it was fine. He said it was reminiscent of SpaghettiOs.
It tasted like SpaghettiOs.
I have never had SpaghettiOs. I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was strangely sweet. So it wasn't my favorite version of butter chicken. So far, my favorite version of butter chicken that I've had is my own. And then there's the one at Sanaa at Disney's Animal Kingdom Resort. And then there's one at this restaurant near my last place of work. And that place is called Curry Bowl Orlando, I think. And they have a butter chicken that's really good. But I love butter chicken and I get it any chance I get. So I thought, well, we have two different, easy ways to make it. And then we have my way. So let's compare them. So that is what we're doing today. Right now it is nearly 7 o'clock at night. It is way past our dinner time. And we have the butter chickens already cooked. I'm going to rewind in time. We're gonna try time travel together and go back to about 2 o'clock this afternoon. And we're gonna put everything together. And then I'll see you back here in just a couple of minutes. So for taste test number 1, we're going to use this butter chicken spice mix that I got at TJ Maxx for $4.99. I'm going to use probably what's left, I think probably about 4 tablespoons of this seasoning. And I will add about 2 cups of chicken broth, and I'll add some yogurt and some lemon juice to the chicken in the crock pot. For butter chicken number 2, we're gonna use this butter chicken mild and creamy curry sauce from Aldi. I'm actually gonna use both of these, and they also have like a spice mix on the top. So I think between these two, it might be close to 3 tablespoons of seasoning and the sauce. So I won't be adding any chicken broth to this recipe since it has the sauce, but I will be adding the same amount of yogurt and lemon juice to the crock pot. And with these, I'm not going to be adding any tomato paste either. The last recipe we're going to be testing is my own, well, this isn't mine, but the spice blend that I use, and it's from a cookbook that I have. So in this spice blend, we have cinnamon, turmeric, paprika, this is curry powder, cumin, and garam masala. And then we're going to be using the yogurt, the lemon juice, and the chicken broth, same amount. And we're actually going to add some tomato paste because there's like tomato in both of these. There's no tomato in this. And then for chicken, we're going to be using the same amount of chicken. This is 3 whole chicken breasts that I've diced up. So we'll be using this for each one of these. So we're not marinating anything overnight. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take the chicken, we're gonna add the yogurt and the lemon juice and the spice mix the chicken together. We're gonna put this in the crock pot with the chicken broth. We'll probably cook this on high for about 4 hours. For this one, I will do the spice mix first into the chicken with the yogurt and the lemon juice. And then I will add the sauce into the chicken and then put the chicken in the crock pot. And for this one, lemon juice, yogurt, spice mix in with the chicken, mix the chicken, and then put this into the crock pot with another 2 cups of chicken broth and 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. So everything's gonna be cooked exactly the same, seasoned at exactly the same time. The chicken's gonna be the same. It's actually coming even from the same chicken package. So it's all the same. The only difference is gonna be the seasonings. We're gonna try to make this fair. So now we're back and it's, like I said, nearly 7 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, I turned the heat on these off. So they have been done cooking. I cooked them all three on high for 4 hours, and then I turned them off. I went upstairs and I took a shower after work, and then I moved them out of their like crock pot cooking devices, and I just have the actual like ceramic pot here, and I have 3 of them in front of me. So I'm going to have my handy dandy cameraman hold the camera and I'll show you what these look like, and then we will do our taste test. Mom is on her way home from work. I guess she's had one heck of a day. So it will be nice to have dinner ready for her when she gets home. So we also need to get some rice cooking. So we'll get on that too. So this first one here is the spice mix, the dry spice mix. And what I did is I think it was about 4 tablespoons of the spice mix. And I did about a cup of yogurt and some lemon juice. And I mixed the chicken together, and then I added 2 cups of chicken broth. And that is all that this is. I did pan the crock pot. None of these have dairy in them, well, other than the yogurt. I did not add any cream, and I didn't add any butter yet. So this is what this one looks like. It's nice and homogeneous. If it is a little thin, it is still really, really hot. So I have a feeling it might thicken up, but even if it doesn't, we've got rice to soak it up, so I can live with that. It smells really good, but I think it smells like black pepper, which is not generally something that I add to my butter chicken. So that's our dry spice mix version number 1. It is because it was like a sauce in a jar, and then they had the dry spice mix in a separate cup on top, and we did do 2 of these. For the volume of chicken, I thought it seemed about right. This one does have more volume. I did about the same amount of chicken for each one of these. So this one does have more sauce. So it is more volume. And it's separating.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah, it smells a little funny too, and I can't really describe what it smells like other than it smells like jarred sauce, you know? I didn't add any cream or butter to this one either. Just like the other one, I mixed the chicken in with yogurt, lemon juice, and the spice mix. And then I put that in here. I did not add any chicken broth, just the jars of sauce. And then I did 1 extra jar of plain water just to rinse out the jars and get all the rest of the sauce out. It does seem to be a little bit thicker than the other one, but I don't get that strong scent of black pepper. So that's version number 2. All right, here is version number 3. This one is my version that I got the recipe from out of a cookbook. Actually, I got this recipe out of a keto cookbook, and I have been in love with it ever since. This one, I cooked the chicken in a very similar way. So I did about a cup of yogurt, a couple tablespoons of lemon juice, and then the spice mix. And then I added like 3 tablespoons of tomato paste to the crock pot, along with the 2 cups of chicken broth. Generally with this one, I will add some cream and some butter. And I do think it's gonna need that because it looks really dark, but we don't have any of that right now. So if we add anything, we might just add some more yogurt to this. But I like the way it smells. I really like the texture of the sauce. It's not too thick, it's not too watery.
My prediction is this is going to be the yummy one.
You think this is gonna be the best one?
Of course.
So these look done, but they're not done because there is something else that my butter chicken always needs, and that is like some sauteed onions and garlic with some like peppers. So I'm gonna cook that on the stove really quick if I can, because I'm just now remembering it, if I'm being completely honest. And I don't think it's gonna feel complete without it. So while these just kind of sit here and cool just a little bit because they're so hot right now, I'm going to cut up some onions and get that cooking on the stove. So since I'm kind of in a hurry, I'm cheating. I'm using the stir-in ginger, garlic, and harissa paste instead of using the real stuff. Now the ginger, I think, is great. The garlic is good, and I've actually never used the harissa before, but I just need like a chili paste, so we're gonna use that. While he is finishing up the onions, I am over here and I'm about to add some butter to these. Mom added some additional yogurt to our dry spice mix one and to the Auburn spice mix one, or the cookbook spice mix one. That's just because we don't have any cream. This one, looking at the ingredients, this one looks like it is a complete butter chicken sauce, and even the instructions: cook chicken in oil over medium heat, add seasoning and saute 1 minute, then add the sauce and stir occasionally till thoroughly cooked. So this one, I'm choosing to believe, is completely done. So this one got some extra yogurt and it's gonna get some butter. This one got some extra yogurt and it is gonna get some butter, and we're gonna split a whole stick. So this one's gonna get half a stick and the other one's gonna get half a stick of butter. And this over here, we will add evenly to all three of them, because this, I think, is just magic.
Smells like magic.
It smells like magic. Okay, the butter's all mixed into the chicken. The dry spice mix looks really kind of pale and creamy, and we'll give you close-ups in a minute. The jar mix is the reddest of the three, and it keeps splitting, which is kind of annoying. But the homemade one is like darker yellow, golden, almost brown. We have the onions that he cooked so beautifully with the garlic and the ginger, and I'm going to put some in each one of these pans that is really hot. There's one for that one. And there's a scoop for that guy. Got a little one, so we'll add some more, and then you get the rest. All right, so I'll go ahead and mix that in, and then we will do our close-up shots of the butter chicken. Already this one looks right. I mean, I still think it could probably use some cream. And I'm sure we'll have leftovers, so if we can stop at the grocery store tomorrow and get some, we can add that to the leftovers, but honestly, we might be able to live without, because it's probably just additional calories we don't need. Here is number one. This is the one that came from the dry spice mix. You can see what I mean. It's like a paler, creamy color. This one over here was the jarred mix, and it is more red, and you can see the darker red streaks on the top. It's still trying to separate. And this one is the the homemade spice mix. Back here we've got 3 bowls of rice, because Mom and Anthony and I are going to eat now. Emma's rice is over there waiting for her. She won't be done with work for another half an hour, so we will not cook her rice yet, but she'll get to try all of these too. So let's get to dishing. So I'm just going to use 1/3 cup measuring cup, and I'm going to try to get some chicken and some sauce. And we'll put that one here.
I think you can tell that they're all 3 different colors
I think so too.
on the camera.
I hope they can see it on camera, yeah.
This one's the powder. Mm-hmm. This one is those jars. Mm-hmm. And this one's yours.
Yeah.
So this entire half's the good side.
Well, we don't know that yet.
No, I know
I'm
that.
excited to find out. So we're going to turn the camera off and we're going to eat. And then we'll let you know after we've eaten and we're not hangry anymore, we'll let you know what our final thoughts are. Because it's late and we're hungry. We've just finished dinner.
It was yummy.
We have a clear winner. Anthony's still eating, but all 3 of us are agreed on all 3 of the butter chickens. The clear winner is the one that I make with my spice mix. Thanks, Mom. I do still think this needs cream, but it is really good how it is. The second place is the dry spice mix, the butter chicken spice mix from TJ Maxx, which I did not think was going to be the case. but it's really good. It's got a really like full solid flavor profile, and it doesn't need salt. We didn't add salt to any of these. I didn't even add any at the table because this one, this spice mix is really salty. And then in last place, like way far in behind, is the jarred stuff from Aldi. Don't buy this stuff.
We got it. We tried it. We won't buy. We won't be buying it again.
Yeah, truth be told, this is the second time we've tried buying jarred butter chicken sauce from Aldi, and we still haven't had a good one. I love Aldi. You guys know that about me. But I don't think they do butter chicken very well.
No. Well, the brands they've tried. Now, they haven't rerun them. They haven't appeared again, so maybe that's why, because they got bad reviews.
Could be.
But we got a lot of that butter chicken. I'm not sure what we're going to do with it all.
I finished eating, so now I'm here.
So what do you think about mixing them?
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
But not till after Emma has to eat some.
Right, we're not going to do it yet.
Gets to eat some.
Yeah, Emma gets to try it. She has to eat it. We're going to let Emma try.
And see if she can guess.
Yeah, I'm curious what she thinks.
I think the jarred one is really sweet and doesn't have a lot of flavor.
It's really bland.
Other than tomato flavor.
Yeah.
See, here's my thoughts on them, right? Yours, I have eaten it for more than a week straight, and I will do it again. This one, the dry mix, is a suitable replacement. If we're not able to make this, I will eat this instead.
Okay.
This one in the middle, the jarred one, I would rather go eat a can of SpaghettiOs because it has more flavor to it. That's my review on the three.
When he's really harsh in his food reviews, it makes me feel so much better about the food that I make, because generally he doesn't give me those kind of harsh reviews on my food.
Because she makes really good food.
She does. So, we're not going to close this out yet. I'm going to wait till Emma gets down here and eats, and then we'll come back with her review. So we'll close out with that in a bit. So, see you in a second. So she's done with work. She has tasted all three of the butter chickens, and she didn't subject herself to the quote-unquote torture that we subjected ourselves to, because we did a full scoop of each one, and you just took a bite of each one.
Yeah.
We gave her a blind taste test. We didn't tell her what was what, and she guessed that this one was mine, and she was right. And then the other two, she wasn't sure like what the difference was, but she knew what she liked and what she didn't like, and so her ranking is identical to ours. My butter chicken is her favorite, and then the dry spice mix, and then the butter chicken jar sauce from Aldi.
Tomato sauce.
Yeah, she said exactly what Mom said, and then she guessed what Mom had said. She said, Mom thinks it's sweet. And she's right.
She loves to say that.
And not saying Mom is wrong, because she's not, but she does say that about a lot of things.
Which, to be fair, everybody's taste buds are different. So I bet a lot of things to her are very sweet.
And there was sugar in that sauce.
Where do you put sugar in?
We were talking about this at dinner. Sugar is an additive that people will add to the food that they sell at the supermarket, and it has a lot of side effects because it can become addictive, and it helps, you know, with like increasing the volume of the food, and sometimes like the different forms of sugar, like cornstarch can help with anti-caking in cheese, and it can help with like anti-caking in dry spice mixes. So since we're on this diet journey and we're all being really successful, we have to be really careful about the sauces and the dry mixes that we buy. So we have to check to make sure they don't have sugar in them. Part of that's a personal preference, but part of that is because we don't want our taco seasoning hiding a bunch of calories that we
don't
aren't aware
know
of.
about. Yeah.
Yeah. So back to butter chicken. We have a winner. We know what we like, and it's this one. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we're not
gonna fix anything.
We know what we like, and it's that one. So I will, as a treat, put the recipe for my butter chicken in the description box if you're interested. I don't know if you can find the Spice Affair butter chicken dry mix anywhere. I've been looking and I've been unable to find it. But if you can find it, it's a good alternative. That's gonna be it for today's video. Thanks for watching. You guys will see me in another video really soon. Bye.
Bye.